G'day all and welcome back to UCATT FC, and I know it's not the halfway point of the Premier League season. In fact, we are about to enter game week 23, but it's just a little bit over halfway, and I have chosen my mid-season team of the season. This was very, very tough because this is probably the highest floor. Yeah, the highest floor that the Premier League has ever had. There have been so many, half-decent, top-half teams. Teams like Fulham are giving me trouble. Teams like Villa have some players in contention. Teams like Forest, who are not just in a top-half surge, but on a title surge. They've got players that, were very, very difficult to leave out. As you can see, Chris Wood's not in my team. That was a very difficult call. But it has overall just been an incredible season of Premier League football. You've got teams like Brighton, teams like Brentford with Mbomo who didn't make the cut. So it's been real difficult. Even a team like Man United, who sit 13th, have had a terrible season. But Nusayr Mazraoui, leaving him out of the right back position was real difficult because he's been a revelation in a terrible season for the Reds. Here is my team. First of all, leaving Matt Sells out was really difficult. He's been so good for Forest this season. I want to give an honourable mention to him, but I've gone with Everton's Jordan Pickford, who I think I picked in this video last season, but oh my goodness. His shot stopping just goes to a new level every single season. He's kept clean sheets against Chelsea, against Arsenal, against Wolves, against Brentford, against West Ham, against Ipswich, and against Newcastle. I think he leads the Golden Glove race. He has kept so many clean sheets for a team who have had their manager sacked, who have been absolutely shit. But he just pulls off remarkable saves each and every game. I can't really think back to a single Jordan Pickford mistake. He's what's the word? He doesn't really put a foot wrong. Even with his feet, very, very good. And Everton aren't necessarily a ball-playing side. I mean, they've had Sean Dyche and David Moyes as managers this season. It's not necessarily a modern style of management. But Everton have played some absolutely horrendous football at times, especially defensively and through the midfield. And Jordan Pickford has been there to save them each and every time. And they've made some bad losses. He's made some bad losses look more respectable. So Jordan Pickford, a massive season from him. And I think it's going very understated what a season he's had. Let's move into the fullback positions. First of all, left back, Anthony Robinson at Fulham. He has been absolutely outstanding. Fulham play quite similarly to Forest in the way... Fulham have played a back five recently, as opposed to Forest who play a back four, but their fullbacks or wingbacks are so vital into the way they attack. They just absolutely fly forward. Lately, Fulham have been playing a back five involving Anthony Robinson and Timothy Castagna, while Forest have been using Ola Aina down the right most of the time and Alex Moreno down the left as flying fullbacks. And that's why I've also got Ola Aina at right back. But Anthony Robinson has picked up 3, 5, 6, 7, I believe 9 assists this season, which has been an incredible effort. He's played 90 minutes in every single Premier League fixture. Fulham have had quite a decent defensive record for a 10th place team. And overall, Fulham have definitely exceeded expectations, and Anthony Robinson has been a key part of that. And in my opinion, the best left back in the league. Over to right back, Ola Aina. Oh my goodness. Forest are the third best defensive team in the league this season, but you've got to say that could almost be classified as the best, considering if you compare them to their expectations before the season. Forest were not expected to be doing this. Ola Aina has been so good going forward, and he's only had a few goal contributions. He's had 2 goals and 1 assist this season, but just the way he flies forward, he's very physical, he wins so many duels, he is impenetrable on the right-hand side, and the amount of clean sheets Forest keep, Ola Aina is a key cog of that, and he can't go unmentioned, that's the word. And I've also got to mention Nikola Milenkovic, who I've selected at centre-back, because the Forest defence has been so incredible this season. Milenkovic is a bull in the air. He scored 2 goals this season. He rarely loses in the aerial duel. He's played 90 minutes in every Premier League fixture this season, apart from the first game of the season, where he just didn't play. And what a player Nikola Milenkovic is. I believe he was a new signing. I'm pretty sure he was a new signing, Milenkovic, and he has been a revolution to this Forest side. They signed him from Fiorentina, and what a decision that was. He has been an absolute crucial cog in the Forest title surge this season, which I still can't believe I'm saying. But yeah, incredible season from Nikola Milenkovic. And I'm now going to take a bit of time to mention Virgil van Dijk, because sometimes with the greats, and I'm a United fan, but sometimes with the greats, people just start to nitpick flaws of their game because they've been doing it for so long, and we underappreciate these guys. But Virgil van Dijk is leading, not just from a captaincy point of view, but from a defensive point of view. He is just the man. If he wasn't in this Liverpool side, they wouldn't be in the position that they are, because they're in a pretty comfortable title position for this stage in the season. Yes, they've got teams up their arse, but Virgil van Dijk, what a season he's had. The absolute general at the back. He's had to deal with playing alongside Jarell Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez, and Ibrahima Konate all at certain times. And he's adapted to that challenge each and every time. Liverpool have lost one game in the league this season, and they've got the best defensive record in the league. Virgil van Dijk, what a player. Goes understated how good he really is. Let's move into the midfield. In the pivot, I've got Moises Caicedo and Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch, career best season. Liverpool, again, wouldn't have been in the position they are without him. He has been absolutely unbelievable, Ryan Gravenberch. He is so silky. Physically, he's improved massively. He wins so many duels. And overall, just an incredible season being put together by Ryan Gravenberch. Moises Caicedo, again, so physical for his size. And we know how highly touted he was when he joined from Brighton. And I think he's really showing his worth now. He had a really good first season at Chelsea, don't get me wrong. But he's gone to a different level this season, as have Chelsea. They've hit quite a somber patch of form lately, but still he's just been a shining light. And I think Caicedo is having an absolutely outstanding season. Even throughout the season, he's been able to get forward without losing his defensive position. And I think it's been so crucial to Chelsea's successes. Cole Palmer in the number 10 position. This guy is so incredible. He manages to do it. He's a bit like... Every time I've watched Jude Bellingham, he's got the ability to have not a great game, but still hit the score sheet. But he's also got the ability to have an outstanding, world-class, best-in-the-world game without hitting the score sheet. He's got that ability where he will make an impact no matter what. And he does it week in, week out. Cole Palmer, I've got to say, is some sort of talent. He's got the ability to be the best in the world. Would you say? Yeah, I'd say so. Absolutely incredible. He's got such a unique skill set. The way he moves, his technique is unbelievable. And what a season Cole Palmer has had. He's come up in big games. And yeah, overall, a massive season so far from Cole Palmer. Let's move into the front three, and I've got Matheus Cunha on the left wing, who traditionally has been playing up top for Wolves this season, but he's got the ability to play in the left side of a 10 or on the left wing. And I've gone on the left wing here because I couldn't go without mentioning him. He's such a silky, such a versatile, and such a clinical player for a relegation-bound Wolves side. And they would probably be battling the bottom of the league if they didn't have him. He is such an incredible player, Matheus Cunha. And yeah, their fans, I'm going to assume, are very grateful to be having him. Alexander Isak leads the line for me. He started the season in quiet manner. In his first 6 game weeks, he had 1 goal, that coming against Spurs, and he missed a couple weeks due to injury. But ever since he's come back from injury, he scored against Chelsea, scored against Arsenal, scored against Forest, scored against Liverpool, scored against Brentford, a hat-trick against Ipswich, scored against United at Old Trafford, scored against Spurs away, and has just been an incredible part of Newcastle's surge this season, because they had an underwhelming season last season, and they may be still not playing up to the level they should be this season with the players they've got. But Alexander Isak, as a Newcastle fan or someone who works for Newcastle, I'd be very scared about losing him, because I know he's in his groove at Newcastle, but there will be a bigger team knocking on the door wanting this man. He's probably on incredible wages and enjoying his time at Newcastle. But when a team like Barcelona come knocking, which I assume they will, it's going to be very hard to turn down from Isak's point of view. Let's go on to the right wing, and Mohamed Salah's breaking all sorts of records this season. He is breaking all sorts of records. From game week 1 to game week 20, he didn't register a goal of involvement twice. Apart from that, he was just absolutely balling out, and he was registering both in most games. Honestly, watching Mohamed Salah is a joy, and I'm a United fan, but he makes me just enjoy being a football fan. He's so silky. He really makes the wrong decision. His finishing is top-notch. His technical ability, I'm in awe. What a player Mohamed Salah is. And honestly, just a privilege to watch football whenever he is on the TV. I should go comment on one of my YouTube shorts the other day. shut up, you Aussie. Why don't you go to an actual game? I live on the other side of the world, so yes, I do watch on TV. Sorry, a little tangent there. Honourable mentions. I've listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 honourable mentions. Matt Sells at Forest. Milos Kerkez at Bournemouth, who I really want to be United's next left back. Looks like we're getting Patrick Adorgu, though, who, I'm not going to complain about. I've watched some highlights. He looks good. Dean Howson at Bournemouth. I've watched him play. I don't know how to say his name, but an absolute jet. So good in the air. So solid at the back for Bournemouth, and they're having a very good season with him there. Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea. He's taken a more advanced 8 role, and he's playing it very well. Alexis McAllister at Liverpool, doing his job as always, but to an entirely different standard this season. Brian Mbomo at Brentford. If it wasn't for his hairline, he'd be getting a massive move. And I hate, because he is such a good player, and I thought he was 33 until I started doing a bit of research, and he's 25 or 24. He's so young. Brian Mbomo needs a big move, because what a baller. Anthony Gordon at Newcastle. So good. He had a really good season last season. He had a quiet start to this one, but he's starting to hit his straps now, and he makes such a big impact in that Newcastle front three. And Chris Wood, how could I not have him in there? Just signed a new contract extension. He's won a Player of the Month and is such a crucial part of that Forest side. Just unlucky. There are so many striker candidates in the running. Crazy that Erling Haaland's second in the Golden Boot race and just doesn't really have a sniff, because he's just had an underwhelming season, to be honest, for his standards. And maybe his standards maybe he should be in there, but every time I watch him play, he just, with City's form slump, it's just really hard to include him. And he really hasn't helped. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. More content coming throughout the week. I'll be live for Fulham United in a couple of days. Come join me then. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.